Hi, I'm Gary and welcome to my shop. I just finished up 4 weeks of craft shows and it's been an exhausting 2 months. A month of preparing for doing craft shows and 4 weekends in a row, preparation between shows, setups, takedowns, reorganization, and that was exhausting. Thank you for staying with me as I got through this time. Now I learned some lessons and I'll be sharing those with you in upcoming videos along with other videos I had planned. In brief here, I'll list some of the lessons I learned. Now we'll cover these in more depth in upcoming videos, and I'll make them short videos on each topic, rather than bore you with one long one. That way you can pick and watch the subject that interests you the most. Now each venue has its peculiarities based on the local population, tastes, styles, and the economy. You'll probably find differences between regions of the country too. Now these are lessons I learned here in rural southwestern Pennsylvania. Now here in my area, I found the most popular items are country crafts. Some higher end items sell as well too, but one needs some lower price items also so you can draw customers into your booth or tent. So in general, go scout out the location in advance if you can, if you've not been to that venue before. Know what access and logistics you'll have to deal with. How close can you pull up your vehicle or trailer for unloading? Will you need electric for lights? Often you have to pay extra for that. If not, maybe you can get away with an extra battery pack for charging your devices. Will you have access to run credit cards? You will need an adequate signal to connect your cell phone or tablet, process credit and debit card transactions. Most of these venues do not have a secure Wi-Fi, so you'll need to rely on your cell signal. Check the cell signal strength in the various spots of the venue. Now you know Square does establish a secure connection for itself. Other processors probably do also. I'm only familiar with Square, and probably about half of my sales were by credit and debit card. I find that the new chips and card readers make it easier than swiping cards or entering them manually. Now there is a rule of succession to the good and best booth locations. If you're a newbie to a venue, they'll stick you in a location from which to move someone up from. Don't be afraid to complain to the event organizer about your location. Some of mine were terrible locations, and I'll detail that later in my videos. Open early. If the show is slated to start at 10, you may open yours at 9 if it's accessible from outdoors or the doors are open. There will be early shoppers looking to grab the best items before others get there. You may want to sell them before they spend their money elsewhere. Now don't dicker on price. Be firm, and I'll discuss discounts in later videos. Never change prices during the show. Reevaluate if needed and change for the future. If asked why this item is so expensive, a lot of times that's an honest question. Reply with quality materials and craftsmanship. Ask them to pick up and feel the quality and look at the craftsmanship in it. Send the value shoppers to Walmart. Those are people who have no realization about arts and crafts and the costs and labor that we put into it. I try to teach these people the differences in quality and craftsmanship. I don't verbalize it, but sometimes I call them flea market shoppers. And that's not always a bad thing. Some people may appreciate the crafts, but just simply can't afford it. Now for organization, this helps to speed up and take down your booth and your displays. Loading your vehicle or trailer. The first thing to come off, for example your tent and tables, is the last or near the last to load on, in a manner that you can get it off without having to dig to the bottom of your load. Packing your wares in an organized manner. If you offer more than a couple types of crafts, pack them in a compartmentalized manner to avoid mix-ups, delay, and confusion. Display your crafts in a manner that is easy to see and examine, and categorize them by type. People should not have to overreach or crane their necks to see what you have. It should not be hazardous for them to reach for an item to bring it in for a closer look. Don't mix kitchen crafts with garden tools. Price identification. It should be clear and easy to see. If you have a lot of similar items, you can have a larger sign that identifies the price. And for smaller items, you may need to use small tags, and you may need to identify any unique features, materials, and the price. Now for administrative supplies, have packaging supplies, tissue paper, bags, tape, rubber bands, pens, markers, Sharpies, etc. on hand. Also a good supply of business cards. Put a business card in every package that you sell. Have a few basic tools like a hammer, pliers, crescent wrench, and screwdrivers, and anything you may need for any assembly or servicing. Other tidbits is have a helper or someone who can stop by and give you a chance to take a bathroom break. If it's a particularly busy venue, have a full-time helper to help the customers. Maybe pay them an hourly rate plus a percentage of sales. That's an incentive for them to sell. Pack a lunch and water so you won't starve and lose your energy. The foods at these craft shows can be very good and quite pricey. The food vendors run by nonprofits and churches can be a real bargain. sometimes cheaper than packing your own. Talk to your neighbor vendors and make friends. I buy things and sell to my neighbor vendors, and I give them a vendor discount of 10%. It's a great networking opportunity, learning tips and tricks, and where other venues are that you may want to participate in, and just making some good friends. Well, stay tuned to see the upcoming videos on craft show lessons and any other tips I may have in addition to what I mentioned here. So in closing, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and you got some inspiration, please give me a like and share it with your family, friends, and fellow craftspersons. Also, please subscribe to see what I may come up with next. Be sure to hit that bell icon and click the box so you won't miss out on anything. And as I say, if the ladies don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Thank you.